recognizes that the middle class is slowly but surely going away, and that it's always been a gap in the economy, but now it's just like you're either poverty or you're part of the 1%.
This month, we interviewed 10 Georgia voters who intend to vote for a third-party candidate in November. Last time around, they all voted for either Biden or Trump. Why are they bailing on them now? Let's hear first from the 6 who are leaving Biden.
I'd like to see something different. Really, something different.
As well, different political views, more follow through, keeping your word, keeping to your platform. If you're winning, our votes based on these promises of action that you're making, these promises of diplomacy, then you should act on those and you should hold to those, and don't wait until you've, bamboozled the American public and get this power of position, the position of power, and then catch amnesia about the reason that you were voted for in the first place.
Because he supports Israel. Simple as that.
Because he just never got close to anything that he promised or that he vouched to do. I've only ever seen him space out when he's giving speeches, and he just seems very disoriented every single day. And the fact that his wife just puts more stuff in his head to go out and be out there just not saying anything is just embarrassing, and I felt embarrassed to see that, and I was embarrassed that I voted for him.
I don't believe he showed to be as moderate as the Joe Biden that I thought that I was voting for. He seems to be controlled by the party, and if the party wants far left policies, and then they're getting it with Joe.
Oh, it's Biden just seems like he's not even really lucid anymore. He's just a shell of himself. So it's like I'm just voting for, just the party itself and not even really the president.
And 4 are leaving Trump for these reasons.
For me, it's mostly like the continuation of the vote denial. I mean, it just get over it. Just, move on. It's not been, nothing's gone about it. So just, let's keep harping on it. It's not doing anything for you.
I lost a lot of respect after January 6th and months after that.
The fact that he just can't hold his composure is very concerning.
This time around, Trump's going to be on a revenge tour. If he gets on that and gets in the White House, he's just going to be seeking out revenge. He's going to care about the citizens. He's going to be wanting to get back and pay back. So
7 of the 10 intend to vote for Robert Kennedy Jr., 2 for Cornel West, and 1 for the Libertarian candidate, Chase Oliver. Among those supporting Kennedy, here's what they see in him.
I feel like he is more in touch with the middle class and the needs of the middle class than any other candidates. Looking into some of his policies and ideas, I feel like he has some really good ideas to forward the country. I feel very strongly that we need somebody that's, I guess, can potentially heal the divide in our country.
I think he's willing to take on corporations and not allow them to dominate the economy where they can, I guess, control my wallet the way that they've been controlling. He's not afraid of corporate power.
He seems to be fairly bipartisan, to a decent degree. And I think that's important because I feel like a lot of these politicians, they're too busy trying to take sides.
He doesn't bash other nationalities and other cultures. He wants to make everyone equal and have the same opportunities, whether you're white, brown, yellow, green, or black.
When I asked them about voting for a candidate who has little realistic chance of winning, they pushed back and told me this.
Yeah, I've had many people tell me, even my father tell me that, like, why bother to vote? But I just have always felt I need to vote for the candidate that I want to win. Not so much as, it's not even like I want this candidate, but in the 2 parties, right? So many people are voting against the other one. They're voting for the lesser of two evils. And I just don't want to be that person. I want to actually research and learn. And I want to vote for the person in my conscience I truly want to win, even if they don't have a chance.
Okay.
Or even if people think that they don't have a chance.
Even if I'm voting and it's for somebody that probably won't win, it shows that I'm willing to go out and vote. And I feel like that gives people in my demographic, you know, a lot more power. Well, basically with African Americans, like a lot of us don't vote in general, or we kind of go towards one party, the Democratic Party. So I feel like if we're at least showing that we'll vote for who we really feel like goes for the issues that we need addressed, or we're willing to throw away our vote to show that we will vote, but you know, we're not just going to vote for like a particular party because of tradition. I just think that would change, especially the Democrats' mindset, because they kind of feel like African Americans are just something that is just tradition for us to vote for them. So they'll just kind of give us this surface level things, but they won't follow through with them because they don't feel like they have to do anything for us in the long run.
Just because it's not some people might feel like it's not a realistic chance doesn't mean that I'm still not gonna let my vote be heard. I'm not voting for two people who I don't want to vote for just because, oh, it's not a chance that he's not gonna win. No, because you don't know how many millions of people out there might want to see a difference in this country, and our votes are going to matter. Period.
I mean, I am concerned, but at the same time, we're voting two people who are literally sending us to war and who support genocide. They are not very well educated from what I mean, they're educated, but they're not that smart because they just speak ill of everyone. And when I voted 2 years ago, or not 2 years ago, sorry, last election, and I voted for someone who had no chance, I felt better about myself because I wasn't pushed towards what everyone else wanted. Like I understand he may not have a chance, but it's better than having two serial killers continue to try to dictate us in a horrible world that we live in already.
2 other respondents plan to vote for Cornel West, and I had an illuminating exchange with one of them. What concerns do you two have about voting for someone who has no realistic chance of winning?
I have no concern because Trump didn't have a realistic chance to win to begin with the first election, and he won. He was
Wait, hold on a second. Let me play devil's advocate with you for a second. Trump was the Republican Party nominee. He was the nominee of a major party with the entire party apparatus behind him. West has no such thing. So how can you draw a comparison between West and Trump in 2016?
That's fine, but a lot of people, and especially people that I know of, we were all laughing about it. A broke reality TV star being a president. Nobody took it seriously. All my family in Europe were making fun of us because we had an actor being a president.
Okay,
so even though he was a nominee, realistically in people's eyes, he didn't stand a chance until he became actually the president.
Okay, so hold on a second. So is Cornel West in the same position right now as Trump was in 2016?
No, but he could.
He could. So in your minds, West has a chance of becoming president in this election.
Yeah, people are fed up with Biden and Trump.
I don't believe that he doesn't have a chance of winning. Again, when you talk about gender equality, when you talk about levels of class, when you talk about race, he has supportive backings that the other two candidates don't have. I know that every African American I know is going to vote for Cornel West, and we all have, doctorate degrees and law degrees and veterinarians, and we're chefs, we own businesses. And these are the people that he's trying to help uplift. And these are the people that he's getting to his message across to. And those are the people that are going to be motivated to see their candidate win.
8 of the 10 third-party voters intend to watch the June 27th Trump-Biden debate. Only 2 said the debate could possibly change their minds on whom to vote for. Many would watch just for the entertainment value. When I asked about Kennedy's not being allowed to participate in the debate, I heard this.
I don't understand why. I mean, I understand, but I don't understand why he's fully not qualified, given that we have two men who are not fully in their right state of mind who qualify to do so just doesn't really make sense.
I would like to say that I believe he does qualify, but like I stated earlier, this country is ran by, top 1%ers, top billionaires, and they don't want him up front because they know he actually has a chance. If majority of the people actually see and hear what he has to say, they just want to mainstream Trump and Biden. That's all it is. So that's what it is.
I find it ridiculous.
It almost feels like we had 4 years of people complaining about democracy and one side not supporting democracy and the other side, and then you get an opportunity and a news network says no to democracy, and the parties seem to be colluding together to make sure that we don't actually have a democracy in its fullest.
Thanks for joining us again this month. Please forward this to a friend, and please join us again next month.